Hello and welcome to the Friends. It's just me, so I guess we're going to call it the Friend in Music podcast. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. But for real, it's just me today. So if you don't like my voice, if you don't want to hear me talk, just stop now because there's no surprise guest. There's no surprise anything. It's just going to be me and you for the next probably 12 minutes because I don't know what else I can talk about for that long. If you don't know this about me, this has been extremely difficult and hard for me. This is something that I decided to do to get me out of my comfort zone. At the beginning of the year, I set some goals, some personal goals to work on myself, work on my life, bettering my life, trying to find more joy, happiness in life, and do things I haven't done before. So anybody that knows me knows that I hate taking pictures. That's not something I'm working on. I still hate taking pictures, and that's not going to change. But one of the things I can do is be a little bit more social, get outside of my bubble, and talk more to people and record it and have proof and evidence that I've said these things. It's been kind of interesting when people will quote me or tell me a story that I've told before. I'm like, I never told you that. Oh yeah, it's public information now because I record myself every week and post it online for people to listen to. So that's been different for me. I'm not a podcast person. I don't have that personality, I don't think. So this is going to be a test for me to see if I can talk for a while, just me alone. So it's going to be a little bit awkward. Bear with me. But I decided to do this episode because I feel like there's some thanks that needs to be given. I owe a lot of people some gratitude, some appreciation. So here's the show overview. I'm going to catch you up on the show, kind of the background to it, what it took to get here, what I've learned, I guess. Maybe I can share some of that, but then move on next to the appreciation. I owe a lot of people thank yous, and so I'm just going to take this opportunity to say thank you. And if you've been a part of the show, if you've been on the show, if you've listened to the show, there's a good chance that I'm going to give you a little shout out. So hopefully that's some motivation for some people to stick around because you're going to be famous. My two listeners, my mom and myself, are going to hear this. So yeah, if you want my mom to know about you, stick around. She'll hear about you. Then after I do that, I'm going to talk about some upcoming shows this year that I'm going to. So maybe we can have some conversation on what concerts. Maybe I'll say the concerts I've been to this year, see if anybody else has gone to them. So first off, are you still there? Are you still bearing with me? Have I done okay so far? So the show, well, go a little bit over. I need to say thank you now. Thanks for anybody that's listening right now, that's participated. I really appreciate it because without you guys, this wouldn't be happening. And I wouldn't be sitting here in my room making myself uncomfortable right now, talking to myself, feeling like a crazy person. So I will come back and say thank you to more people. But I want to say first off about the show that it's been a lot harder, not just with stepping out of my comfort zone, but just in general, doing the show, taking the time to record, edit, takes way more time than I anticipated. So at the beginning, I had a few friends step up and help me take some stuff off my plate. And so if they didn't step up and help me out, this show would have been one episode. It would have been done and over with. Nobody would ever listen to it. I probably wouldn't have posted it because there's a lot that goes into it. The way I did it was, actually, let me give the background. So the show and the idea came from my friend Carlton. We were in a band together in Idaho, and I unfortunately moved away. We've talked about that a little bit. I, moved on with my life. I wasn't going to school anymore, so I took a job in Utah. Had other things going on at the same time as well. So I moved away, and then I missed the band. Like I still miss the band. I wonder if I would have stayed, like what would have happened. I was the first one to move away, but who knows? That's been some of my favorite music I've ever played. It's music that I really wish I could show others because it's been like, it was such good music in my opinion. And like, I made it with my closest friends. We had so much fun doing it. So, when I moved away, I immediately missed that. And I stayed in touch with Carlton. We talked about like how we could record music and like do things together, but it didn't really work out. So one of the ideas we had was starting a podcast where we could talk about music. The idea was to do it kind of more based on concerts, more specifically Warped Tour. So that's how you know how old this was, because this was before Warped Tour even thought of going away. Now it's back. So anyways, we never did it. We kind of started on it. It didn't work out, but a podcast has always been in the back of my mind. And I put questions on paper. Like, I've kind of wanted to do it. Then I thought about like other people, like, hey, if we were to do this, like what would I talk to them about? And so I started working on it. Anyways, fast forward, beginning of this year, like I said, those goals. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. So bought a couple mics, bought an interface, some headphones, some other stuff. And I talked to a few people and I said, hey, I'm doing this. So that kind of put pressure on myself. Like, okay, like I've told people, now I'm doing this. So yeah, fast forward a little bit more. I recorded a few episodes and holy cow, it took a lot of time just to edit it, just to figure out how to do it, how to get it posted, where to go, where to turn to. Like, I don't know anybody that does a podcast, so I kind of was just doing self-research. If you couldn't tell, like, it's definitely a DIY project because I'm just figuring it out as I go. With that being said, like, a lot of people are still taking the time to give me compliments, which I really appreciate, of, you know, sound quality, flow of the show, questions. Like, I really appreciate it. So before I started recording the show, I took some of the same questions I had before. I made a long list of other questions that I thought would be good or interesting to ask people. And I don't ask everybody the same questions or all the questions that I have, but I kind of go through the list, look at what I have, and think about like what would be good to ask that person. And like I said, we have examples of Mike where we talked about some of the questions beforehand, made sure we were on the same page, and then we pressed record and we didn't even look at it or talk about any, like we just rambled. So you never know what's going to happen, where it's going to go, but that was the start of the show, just those questions. Yeah. So again, a lot harder than I thought, a lot more work. I'm not trying to complain. I just had a few people recently reach out to me and say, hey, like, I want to do one. So like, where should I start? Where should I go? And I told them, like, don't just expect to get a microphone, record an episode, and then put it online and have success. I mean, like, I'm not really advertising this other than having an Instagram, which Danielle runs. So thank you, Danielle. And she gets a lot of traction on that, which is just incredible. So I guess if you want to be successful, just surround yourself with successful people. And I hate the phrase fake it till you make it, but I guess that kind of applies here because that's kind of what I'm doing. So moving on. Like I said, if I didn't have those friends helping me out, it would have stopped. It wouldn't have gone any further. And then since the show has been started and episodes have been put up, like, I really appreciate the feedback, the love, the help. I mean, constructive criticism. And yeah, I don't know where else to go from here. Let's see. I put a few notes down. Yeah, one thing I want to talk about, and hopefully this doesn't come across negative, wrong, bad, because I know once the person hears this, they're going to know who I'm talking about, but I'm not going to say their name. But somebody said, like, hey, like, this is really cool that you're doing that. I'm glad you're doing what your passion is. And that really made me think about my passion. And I'm going to be honest with you, my passion isn't having a podcast. My passion's hanging out with my friends, spending time with them, quality time. And my passion's music. I mean, there's another side of my passions, which is baseball, which gets brought up quite a bit, but that's not the point of this right now. The point is music, friends. And so I think this is one of those things in life where, you know, they say people that can't teach. So I'm going to say people that can't play music podcast, because I'd much rather be playing music than talking about it. But here I am. We're talking about it. So again, to that person, I'm not trying to be mean, but it just made me think that this isn't my passion. Like, I barely listen to any podcasts. I've listened to a few, and the ones that I do listen to, majority are music related, where they talk about musicians or songs and like how the song got created. And like, I find those very interesting, but my attention span's a little short. So most of the time I just skip to the music and listen to what music people are talking about. But this has been, like, I need to say, like, this has been a lot of fun. It's not that I'm not saying like, oh, don't do a podcast. I don't like podcasts. Like, I love this. Like, it's provided an opportunity for me to see friends, to talk to friends, to to spend good time with them, like to have an excuse just to sit down, have a conversation. And it's been so funny. Their reactions, like everybody's been so nervous. Everybody says the same thing, which I'm thinking right now is like, I don't want to hear myself talk. Like, I don't like to hear my voice. Everybody says that. Everybody's like, I'm nervous, which I don't know what you're nervous for. It's just me and you having a conversation. We do it all the time. But yeah, there's a little random rant. I'm going to skip ahead now, I think, to the thank yous. I'm going to say first that I might skip somebody, and I really apologize now, but I do owe some very specific thank yous. So I'm going to start with Danielle and Christian. They're the first two episodes we had, and I'm going to go through the episodes and then circle back and say thank you to some other people. So yeah, Danielle's one of those people that if she wasn't helping out, show would have stopped, because she's handled all of the Instagram. She finds the pictures, she finds the music to use, she finds which people to tag, which hashtags to use. She does an amazing job, so thank you. Christian has been kind of more like in the background, tech support, giving me feedback, telling me where and how to record things. And I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Danielle's helped out with the stickers, the logo. I mean, anything that's not me recording the podcast, it's somebody else. Like, I have good friends. I have good people in my life. So thank you guys. The other person that helped out a tremendous amount was Tyler Miller. He did the audio for the first 3 episodes. He's just an amazing person, amazing guy, so funny. If you listen back, his episodes are better than mine for sure, the ones that he edited. Thanks, Tyler. And yeah, I mean, I guess I need to circle back and say, definitely this is a DIY show. I know I've messed up with some of the audio. I know it could be better, but I really do appreciate that you still listen to it. I appreciate that you take the time to kind of give me your honest feedback and your suggestions. And one of those things that I keep getting as a suggestion is the video aspect. Let me tell you something. Super uncomfortable right now as it is that people can hear my voice recorded. I don't want people to see me. So I know you guys want video. It's not going to happen anytime soon. I'm sorry. So to these people that are first mentioned, and to everybody that has participated, this is just all volunteer. Like, I'm negative with this show, like the money that I've spent on the equipment, stickers, and I'm not saying that for sympathy. It's just everybody else has stepped up and helped because it's just a volunteer thing. And I appreciate you guys. Like, you don't expect anything in return. And that's how I know I have great people and great friends in my life, just people that want to help and support me in what I do. So thank you guys all. Next episode is Eddie. He's a great friend. He's so nice, so giving. He had me to his house a couple times for dinner. He let me stay at his house when I needed a place to stay for a few nights. He's a fun person to be around. He gives me more crap than most of my other friends, but hey, I know you love me, man. Thank you. You're a great DJ. Got to say that. I finally got the chance to see you do your thing. You're phenomenal, and thanks for playing Pink Pony Club to bug Danielle for me. I appreciate it. I do want to say a little bit of background about his episode. I think we were supposed to meet at like 6:30, maybe 7, and the plan was to get food, hang out for a few minutes, and then record a show. Well, anyways, that day, just both of our ends, crazy things kept happening. He's like, okay, can we do it later? And I'm like, okay, yeah. And then I was like, I'm about to leave. And then I was like, okay, now I need a few minutes. So to summarize that, I think we got dinner at like 10:30. We didn't start his episode until, I want to say 11:30. So I was probably super tired in the episode and probably came through. I know Eddie had a crazy day that day, which maybe he'll want to tell us more about that some other time, because we definitely need to have a second episode with him. He has some great stories that we've talked about either right after that episode or hanging out. Like one time he literally ran into Britney Spears. So like, you guys need to hear that story. It's pretty funny. Also, he's a genuine, like, true friend. He had a friend performing, doing a DJ set. That the friend's JJ. So JJ was doing something and said, hey, Eddie, like, come hang out, come support me. So not only did Eddie go during the middle of the day to support his friend, he called me and said, hey, like, we got a friend that's doing something. He needs some some friends, some love, some support. So not only did he just show up, he got backup too. So Eddie, you're a good guy, man. You're a good friend. I'm glad you're in my corner. Next is Jody. Her episode was supposed to be then, but you guys are just gonna have to wait. Jody didn't record. So Jody, this is your reminder. But I want to say thank you, Jody. You're a great friend. Thanks for always supporting the show, the social media aspect of it. Thank you. Then next is Tyler Price. We joked a lot about him being my twin. He's so nice. Like, I think that came through in his episode. Just how smiley he is, how nice he is, how funny he is to be around. Thanks for doing an episode with me. Thanks for always being a good friend, like somebody to talk to. Thanks for, going to shows, meeting up at shows. Thanks, Tyler. Next is Mike. Next we'll just go to Andy. Just kidding, Mike. He's a good friend. He's always been supportive of me. Thanks for letting me crash at your house, man. Thanks for being there for me. Recording his episode was chaotic, but it was a lot of fun. We did it at Eric's house. So thank you, Eric, for letting us do that. I mean, I can just go on all day about Mike, and I think I said a lot in his episode. So if you need more information on, any of these people, the beginning of the episode where we talk about them is a good place to go to. But I love you, Mike, dude. Thanks for being a good friend. Then we have Andrea. She's got 20,000 names. Like I said in her episode, she's the mom of the group. She's such a caring and giving person. She's also the person that was the most nervous that I've had to record an episode. She had uncontrollable laughs, but it made it so fun. And I appreciate you, Andy, for checking in on me, for being there for me, and for feeding me. You're a good person. Cameron, dude, it was a lot of fun catching up with you before the show, and then just sitting down, hanging out at your place was so much fun. Seeing your CD collection, the conversations that we had. Cameron, you're such a sincere person, and you're fun to be around, dude. Thanks. So that's it for the people that have been on the show. I do hope you guys get a chance to meet these people in person. One of the pieces of feedback that I get that I just really love is that people say that they feel like they were there in the room. They feel like they were hanging out with this person, or they feel like they now know this person because of the episode. I think that's great feedback. That wasn't what I was going for. I don't know what I was going for, but hearing that from you guys is great. So thank you for that. So now for the people outside of the episodes, and I'm just going to say it now, even though they're outside of the episodes, I hope that we find the time to record an episode. I hope that you guys get to hear from these people, because they're some of the best people that I know. This whole thing's just made me grateful for my friends, that I have such a good community in my life. So moving on, Brad and Ty, they got stickers from me, which I guess I haven't said I have stickers. So I've sent a whole bunch out to most people that have either asked for them or supported the show. If you don't have any, you want some, just let me know. Send me your address. I'll get you some. We have the little circle one. Again, Danielle did the logo. Her little brother Sean helped with it as well. And then we have the cassette logo, the little rectangle one. Anyways, Brad and Ty, you guys got stickers. You stuck them on your personal cards, your toolbox. I appreciate it. I appreciate the feedback that you give. And Ty calls me every week with some bit that he has. But the first time, second time, I don't know. The beginning of the show, he cracked me up. He called me and he said, "Long-time listener, first-time caller." Ty, you're a funny guy, but both of these people have meant so much to me in my life. So love you guys. Thank you. Next is Courtney, new friend. We're part of the same club, and I appreciate that. We can talk about that. But every week she reaches out to me. Mostly it's her criticizing me and my taste in music or bands that I don't like, but still it's a lot of fun that she reaches out. I look forward to it every week, that she's gonna have something funny to say. And then Heather, my dime piece Heather, friend from high school. So that means we've been a long time friends. I really look forward to doing an episode with you. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Then we have Princess Sheen. He is a long time friend. He's my number one listener on Amazon. He's my only listener on Amazon. I made sure Amazon was set up for him. So thank you for being my number one Amazon listener. I really look forward to doing his episode. It's going to be a lot of fun. He's a great friend. I want to say we've matured together, but I think most people that know me know I haven't matured yet. So I don't know. We've just been through some stuff. We've had some good conversations. I'm glad you're there for me. I'm glad you're somebody that I can call. And thanks for checking in on me. We have Cassie and Coco. Those are some longtime friends, and I've really tested their patience with being my friends. I guess more I tested their mom's patience, but also high school friends. I look forward to doing episodes with both of them, even though Coco says I'm not her friend anymore. She's going to do an episode with me, and it's going to be amazing. But love you guys. Then we have Rob next. Rob, this is going to be fun. I really look forward to yours, Rob. We're recording it next week. Rob reached out day one, episode 1, and just started giving me feedback, and it's been nothing but positive. I really appreciate that you care and you take the time to listen, and I'm glad that most of these people are your friends that you've already known, so we can share memories together. I met him back in the High C days, and he's played in tons of bands, so I'm excited to hear what he has to say. Then next we have Mary, another long time friend and concert buddy. I think she loves music just as much as anybody else that I know. She listens to the show every week. She sends me a Snapchat showing me that it's up and playing in her car when she's driving around. She's a true friend because I know whatever I do in life, she's going to support it. So thanks, Mary. Then after Mary, we have Mary Lee. She's a new friend, but also another one that I seem to annoy with my music taste quite a bit, and she gets pretty riled up with what I say about some bands. But she keeps listening, and I really appreciate that you do. And then we have Renee, another high school friend, which this is just another moment. I'm gonna take a little side step here and say that I haven't talked to a lot of people from high school, or just life gets busy, crazy, especially keeping up with me is so hard. Anytime I talk to a friend or family member, they're like, oh, how's Washington? Oh, how's California? I'm like, I don't live there anymore. I've moved on. So we don't get to talk that much, but this opened the door to have conversations with people. I had a lot of high school or old friends from back in that time reach out and just show love and give support. So I really appreciate that. And Renee, you're one of those. We were friends in high school. I hope we get to do an episode because we get to talk about band class. But thanks for supporting. Thanks for listening, and I'm glad we've been able to catch up recently. Then after that, we have Chadzilla, my good friend Chad. He is a true music fan. I know he plays music, but I just want to talk about him being a music fan. That boy knows so much about music, and he's just like a true punk. He still skates, eats pizza probably all the time. Chad, I love your shirt that looks like the Black Flag logo, but it says Baja Blast. It's so funny. I'm drinking Baja Blast right now. Just got back from Taco Bell, so it's appropriate that we're talking about you. But love you, man. Thanks for being a supporter. Next, we have Disco Crago. This guy has the largest music collection ever. And if you want proof, he has a YouTube channel. It's called Craig's Vinyl Plethora. He also has another show called The Gunkles, the Vinyl Community Gunkles 4986. They talk about music. If you want somebody to be on your music trivia team, or to play Name That Song, Name That Tune, Disco Crago all day. He knows music. He's a mega fan. And then set aside that, a great friend. I've known him for a long time. He always checks in on me, always supports me. Love you, man. I think I'm going to do a little bit of my family tree here for a second. And I got to start with Hayden, my nephew, little Haiti boy. I do have some really amazing family members. I love all of them. I love all my nieces and nephews so much. If you guys know me personally, you know that being an uncle is one of my favorite things. I have a lot of nieces and nephews, and I wish I could spend more time with all of them. I move around, so sometimes I live by some of them, and it's so cool because I get to hang out with them and do things with them, get closer, get to learn more about them. And their ages are from, well, I have a great niece and great nephew, so from 1 year old to 27. So all different stages of life, and it's so cool to see them grow up and the decisions that they make. But to go back to Haiti, this nephew of mine has always supported me, always been there for me. If I'm in a band, like he's always asking about what band I'm in, like what's going on. So love you, nephew, dude. Oh, also I need to credit him to a few of the questions that I've added to the mix have come from him. So maybe someday Haiti Boy and I can have a little nephew uncle podcast. And another nephew, actually I don't know if I can call him a nephew yet. He didn't ask permission from me to marry my niece. So you're not a nephew yet, Garrett. You didn't ask permission yet. So if you want my blessing, better ask for it. But in all honesty, from day one, he showed some love and support. So Garrett, Joss, I love you guys. Thank you. Then on the other end of the nephew uncle duo, we have my uncle Canute, somebody that I know I can always call and he's always there for me, but also just an insanely huge music fan. Used to play drums back in the day. He's been to some crazy concerts. He's met some cool musicians. So hopefully we can talk to him. But love you, Uncle. You're great. Next we have Derek and Michelle. I mean, I can go on so long about all these people, but I really could write a book about how much Derek and Michelle have done for me. They encouraged me to follow my passion of music a long time ago because I knew how much it meant to me, and they helped me take an audio recording class in Seattle. I mean, Derek gave me my first microphone so I could start doing this. I think that recording class was like 13 years ago, so I've known them longer than that, and they've just been nothing but supportive to me, helpful. They're people that I can call. I know that will help me with anything. Like Michelle gave me some of like the business side background of how to do things. So thank you both. Like you guys both mean a lot to me. And then I have Aunt George next. She supports anyone in her family for anything, but especially when it comes to music. Like she's definitely a music fan, and that's probably why her and I get along so well. We love talking music. I feel like I've been to a lot of concerts, but Uncle Canute, Aunt George, just have been to so many more, and they've seen so many nostalgic, important bands. But yeah, Aunt George, you're really supportive. You're so helpful. I really appreciate it. And I think this is a good time to plug your granddaughter's band, my cousin, Venus Death Trap. If you guys haven't listened to Venus Death Trap, check them out. I want to move forward with Nate. Nate, dude, you supported the bands I'm in. You support the show now. You're a great man with a beautiful beard. Love you. Next, we have Melissa and her family. I had to recently fire somebody from the podcast, and that was Melissa, because her job is the episode title consultant, and she was slacking for a while. She wasn't helping me pick what the episode title should be. I think I did have to reinstate her last week because she did help out a little bit. So outside of that, thank you for your help, for your support, for the phone calls, for all that we get to talk about. Like, I appreciate it. Thank you. And then Austin Fisk, Albert Goose, and Alfredo. You guys were like some of the first people when I said I was going to do a podcast that committed to listening to it without even knowing what it was about, where you could find it. And like, that's just like a true friend to me, somebody that's just like, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm going to support you. So thanks, guys. And then Austin, once he gave the show a chance, he only had kind words. We got to go to concert a couple weekends together. It was a lot of fun. Thanks, dude. And then my sister Sherry, she's a great sister. Before she even listened to the episode, she stuck a sticker on her water bottle, was taking it to work. You rock. Thank you. And then Elizabeth, it's been fun talking to you about the show. Good luck with yours. And then my buddy Dallin down here. It's one of my best friends. I just want to say thank you for your help with everything in general. Most recently, the move and a place to stay. But thank you for your encouragement and support. Next is Jameis. Even though you dog on me and everybody else who has a podcast, I still appreciate you, man. And next is Carlton and his family, which, again, Carlton's the one that was the motivation and the idea behind the show. But he's a good person, a great man. I spent a lot of time with him, like writing songs, playing shows together, and he's just so fun to be around. He's got a great wife who's loving and supporting. Michelle, you're awesome. Your parents are great for letting us practice at their house on their property. Like, and it wasn't even our band, like it was other bands. Like, they're just good people and like so loving, so giving. I appreciate all of you guys. And then the Morgans, Crystal, Sean, Selena, Mikey, Sean Boy, Thanks for listening, being supportive from day one, right from the beginning. Sean Boy, again, thanks for your help with the logo. And then Blake, thanks for your encouragement, your shared knowledge. Rachel, thank you for your support, our meaningful conversations, and for helping me find a job. You're a true friend. David, dude, you're so funny. I love talking music with you. I mean, just anything. I love your enthusiasm, your excitement. Also, move to Arizona. If you're looking for a sign, David, this is a sign. Move to Arizona. Thanks for the support. And then we got Sharon. I want to say thanks for your support and thanks for putting up with me and Tyler when we get goofy. Love you. Then Marissa, another person since day one. She's been listening to it. She's been giving me feedback. She supports the show. She used to support the bands that I was in, we were in, anything I've done. So thanks for that. I really appreciate it. And then we have Mariah, aka Yaya. You gave me some feedback the other day. I really appreciate it. Thanks for being a good friend, for checking in. And then I want to thank your mom, or my mom. Mom, love you. Thanks for the support. So yeah, again, if I missed you, I'm really sorry. You can yell at me. Let me know. I can do a little bit of a follow-up on this episode if I need to add a little bit more. But with all that being said, if you couldn't tell, I do have some amazing friends. I have great people in my life. So many other people outside of the show like deserve thank yous and shout outs for other aspects of my life, for helping me get to where I've been and for further love and support. I love you all. And again, I'm sorry for any of those that I left out or forgot to thank, but I'm a lucky guy with so many great people in my life. Up to this point in the show with like the episodes that I've done, it's been in person, one-on-one. I think everybody I've gone to, and so we've recorded in their house. And so like, thank you for like letting me into your home. Thanks for, being willing to do this with me. But I want to say that now, the last week, I kind of taught myself how to use Discord. I had a lot of help from, of course, Christian and Danielle. They supported me and helped me out with that, helped me understand how to do it. So I'm saying that because now this opens the door to remote podcasts. I don't know if that's remote, online, however we want to say it. But so now we're going to be able to reach a lot more people. We got Cassie K, we're recording this week. We got Rob recording next week. And then it's just going to be a snowball effect of everybody else that wants to do it. Heather, whenever you're ready, we'll do it. Renee, same with you. I'm excited for what we have to talk about. I'm gonna jump around and go back a little bit. I think there's something else I need to say, because when I was saying about like starting the show, I don't know where I'm going with this, but I want to say people have called me. They've said nice things, including I'm proud of you, which means a lot to me. So thank you. I think a lot of people think that having a podcast is like an intense thing to do. Well, not Jameis. He doesn't think so. But some people are like, whoa, you have a podcast? And it's like, well, all you have to do is have a microphone and you can have a podcast. So I do appreciate the love and support, but I mean, I'm just talking. It's just a microphone. Yeah, anyways, I don't know where I'm going with that, but thank you. And let's see. I said I'm going to talk about some concerts. So not only the concerts that I have coming up, but let's talk about the shows that I've done this year. The first concert that I did was a cover band, which Christian and I talked about. There's the Warped Tour band out in Virginia. Seeing a cover band, I had low expectations, but holy cow, it was a lot of fun. They did the Green Day band, they did a Blink band, and then they just did everything emo, pop punk, all the good stuff, all my favorite songs. So that was a lot of fun, and with good people too, with Danielle, Christian, and Jody. Like, we had a blast. At least I did. I can't speak for everybody else. I had a fun time. Like, the music was great. It's a good time. And the next thing wasn't a concert, but it was with the musician, and that was Danielle and I got to go to the Mark Hoppus book tour. We didn't know what to expect, but like, it's one of the most amazing things I've been to. So thank you, Danielle and Christian, for making that happen. It was so much fun. I have a hard time sometimes paying attention, and I've never been in like a classroom setting where I'm sitting down listening to somebody lecture and I paid attention. Like any word that Mark said, I was just absorbing. I was listening to stories. I didn't miss a second of it. It was so fun. I don't know if I'm ever going to do a book tour again. I guess maybe if Tom or Travis does it. So that would be cool. But book tour was cool. The next concert I did was when I was in Idaho. Before I ended up going down to Salt Lake for a little bit, I made sure to stay a couple of days so I could see Koyo. They were doing like a little solo tour. They played with some local Boise, Idaho bands. So it was Koyo, Slow Exit, Shirts versus Skins, and Plea Deal, which those are some great band names. It was a lot of fun. It was at the Shrine Social Club in downtown Boise. Great show. Ran into the vocalist of Koyo before the show started, so I got to talk with him kind of about his band. We talked about Warped Tour coming up at the time. So that was cool. The next one was kind of like a last... Well, actually, no, that one wasn't the next one. The one after that was at the Complex with Movement, Citizen, Scowl, Downward, which was funny because I didn't know Tyler Price was going, but of course he was going. So I ran into him there. We had a good time hanging out. Then the next one was the unplanned one. I think I found out like the day before. I went with Chad and his daughter Autumn, my cousins. We saw The Used in Valhalla. I don't know if I said that right, but The Used was doing like their 3-night tour. So we saw In Love and Death. That was a fun show. I'm glad I got to go with some family. It was a great time. And then I think after that was the tickets we got for Tyler Miller for his birthday, which was Turnover. So it was Turnover, Balance and Composure. And then we kind of got there right at the end of, it's called Horse Jumper of Love. I need to go back and listen to them because I just realized I haven't checked them out yet. But that was a fun show. Ran into Tyler Price there as well. And then the one after that was Warped Tour, which I won't recap that because there's whole episodes on that Warped Tour recap. And then after that was when I came back down here to Arizona. Me and Austin met up, went to the Rebel Lounge, and we saw Sundressed, Bite the Hand, Through Waves, and Crimmins. They're kind of all working together, I guess, in a way, all playing bands with each other, but all Phoenix local bands. So check them out if you can too. And then coming up shows I have, the next one, if I can go, is this weekend, which is Heart Attack Man and Carpool. Saw them both at Warped Tour. They both did great, so hopefully I can go this weekend and see them. They're here in Phoenix. And then after that is The Offspring with Jimmy Eat World and Newfound Glory. I've never seen Offspring or Jimmy Eat World, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing them. I have seen Newfound Glory, which if you've never seen them, they always put on a good show. Let me get a little sip of my Baja Blast. This episode is not brought to you by Baja Blast, but it is delicious. It's feeling a little parched. Need a little drinky poo. So then I forget the date of Hot Mulligan, but it's them, Drug Church, Arm's Length, Anxious. Got a ticket for that. I need to add that to my calendar because I don't remember when that was. It's probably in October because I feel like all the bands coming to Arizona are in October. Because beginning of October is Blink and Alkaline Trio. And I think it's safe to say I kind of like Blink-182 just a little bit. So I'm really looking forward to that show. Looking forward to seeing how many songs Matt Skiba comes and plays with Blink. And I'm not going to spoil it. There's gonna be some fun follow-up after that show. And then the weekend after that show, well, that one's in California, but it's only a couple hours away from here. Then the weekend after that, on Friday night, is The Story So Far, Neck Deep, Origami Angel, and Pain of Truth. And then the night after that is Turnstile with Speed. There's a couple other bands on that bill, but really looking forward to seeing Turnstile and Speed. And then Koyo just announced a show with a couple other bands. Haven't got a ticket from that, so I need to go and get that. So I think that's all I have to say. Again, I really appreciate anybody. If you've listened to this entirety of the episode, like, you deserve a gold star for the day. Thank you for listening today. Thank you for listening at all. Thanks for your support, for calling me, for reaching out. And if you have feedback, criticism, you want to make fun of me, you have my phone number. You know where to find me. Please reach out. That's been the best part of this, is just the conversations that have come before or after the shows. Staying in touch with you guys, it means a lot to anybody that's reached out to me. And And seriously, thank you for your love, for your support, for your help, for, I don't know. There's so many things I can say. And I guess me sitting here awkwardly with a microphone, I don't know how to express what you all mean to me and how lucky I am to have such good friends and good people in my life, people that check in on me. Last year was pretty bad, and I think a lot of people know that. And so for anybody that's, just checked in on me, done things for me, I've had many people take me to concerts or, just do fun things with me to help get me through that. So thank you. I love you guys all. I appreciate it. And I'm going to end it there. Thank you. Have a good night. Day. It's nighttime here. This is awkward. Okay.